everyone, it's me, Jen, like Saws from Instagram and from YouTube. I've just been watching Gorgeous Tamlin's Vlogmas and I thought I'd jump on the bandwagon. I'm a day late to it because we're now the 2nd of December and I'll be doing mine in real time. But I just wanted to, I don't know, let you follow what I'm up to in December. December tends to be quite a busy month for me, obviously with hairdressing, but I'm not at work every day. I'm still off on a Monday and a Wednesday, and I have been so lapsed at doing this, so I'm thinking it might get me back into the swing of things. At the back end of last month I decided to reconfigure my whole sewing room, so I'm thinking that might be a good thing for you to see what I'm doing, because I have got so much to get rid of, like so much. My salon is hopefully going to be sold soon, so there's lots and lots of things to go from there. And I'm going to be at home more because I'll be working from home. So I want this to be like, it is my little sanctuary, but I just want it to be like sorted. You know, when you've like filled it and filled it and filled it, I can never find anything I want. And it's just annoying. It's annoying me. I don't know why. I've just got this little gene in me at the moment that wants things to be right. Not just in here at home. I think if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen me sorting my living room out and putting the Christmas tree up and things in there. So the difference about my Vlogmas is I haven't got any advent calendars. I didn't succumb to any this year. I loved the Fabric Godmother one last year, and I don't know where I was this year. I didn't even see it coming out. I've been lucky enough in the past to get it gifted, but yeah, I didn't see it. So I'm looking at that pink and red striped sewing box thinking, why didn't I do it? But mine might come up on Vinted afterwards, so if somebody doesn't like it, so I might be able to get it anyway. But yeah, so far, like you went mad on me moving that big massive vintage set that I've got, that vintage sort of like old drawers. I wanted that to be the focus, and I could never see what was in it. So I want it to look like I'm in a haberdashery studio basically, and I might bring my vlogs from there anyway. I think it might look nice if I'm stood behind there and I'm going to serve you. maybe that's a bit little too far-fetched. So I think what I'll do is show you round what I've got at the moment and what I'm up to. The only thing I was going to do a vlog on was I was going to show you all the things I got from Harrogate and the knitting and stitching, but I've actually made up quite a lot of the fabric I got from Harrogate. So that's another thing I want to show you. I think I'll do that now. I make my mind up as I'm going along. So I just want to check that I am talking to the camera properly, because I don't want to continue talking and not have been. And then I'm going to get back to you and I'm going to show you the things I've made with the fabric that I got from the knitting and stitching. And have I made any up from Dubai yet? I don't think I have, but I've got some plans for that that's already in the process. So my Vlogmas is going to be really what sewing I can get in every day, really. Some might be lengthy, some might be short. So hopefully you'll be with me for December and see what happens. The knitting and stitching seems such a long time ago now, but I can remember the fabrics I bought, and I have rearranged my fabrics to, well, I don't know whether you can call it rearranged, but I know and I can see everything now. I've had a massive clear out, listed quite a lot on Vinted, and I just want to work with fabric that makes my heart sing basically, which I do normally, but I'm trying to sort of pare down, not so much on the brightness, but I'm trying to make things mix and match a lot more. I still got loads of clothes that I need to get rid of. I maybe should do a vlog and see if there's anything that you want from there. But what I did get, when I went into the knitting and stitching, I said I wanted something sparkly. And I didn't find this sparkle until I think it's the last thing I actually bought. And I think it was from the Enchanted Garden, the places. They're not on Instagram, they're only online. And I loved it. I just bought the rest. I think it was 3.1 meters I've got. So far I've made a pair of trousers that I absolutely love. Again, I've got the pattern here, so I'll be able to tell you what it is. It is the Jade pants, and it's from Dressmaker and more. So they're a very simple pant that was dead easy to make, basically, and they're going to be like secret pajamas. I think I will go out in them because I've got a couple of options. So I wanted to make them, which is a very wide leg, they still need pressing and finishing. So I made a t-shirt, you know, this t-shirt that I love, the pattern line t-shirt. I think it's called the Franklin t-shirt. It just has one back seam in the t-shirt, and then it has the sleeves in. I actually made a mistake with this, and I put the binding around one of the armholes, and then I put the sleeve in so that it looked like you had like a sort of like, well, a binding and a sleeve, but I didn't really like it. So I've ended up taking it out, and I think what I'm going to do is put a longer sleeve. So I'm going to use the sleeve head that goes with that pattern, and then I'm going to elongate the ends and just put like elastic in it at the bottom. I'm not sure if you follow, well, I'm sure you will follow Gina, Gina Seams, but Gina had got a gorgeous halter neck top from, it was a free pattern from Fettered Patterns. I'll put it in the links. And I really loved it, absolutely loved it. So I think out of this fabric that's left, I'm hoping I've got enough for some long sleeves, the halter neck top, and maybe as a skirt, just a little straight skirt. I think I'm going to do that. Now I might need somebody it might need some magic to be able to do that out of all of this, but I'm going to go for it anyway and see if I can get that out of that. So that is what I've done with my gorgeous, the colour of this is unbelievably gorgeous. Obviously it's quite coppery and warm tones, which I am, so that is perfect. So the other thing I bought was my silk, which you knew I bought my silk. This skirt has been my nemesis, been a pain in the arse basically. It was a free pattern from from Mood Fabrics that I used. It was so like long at the top, and it came up to below my bra basically. So I had to unpick it. I took the waistband off. Then I decided it'd be nice if I just folded it down, but of course it won't fold down exactly inside, for me to sort of sew the band back onto it. But I'm going to hand sew it on, because when I've tried it on, it fits perfectly. So you know, one of those things that isn't quite right but works. So I'm just going to do that. I have got some footage of me making this, so I'll add it into this Vlogmas as well, and you'll be able to see. I missed out loads of the swearing of me doing it. It's got this gorgeous lining inside, and that was my splurge really, from Stitch Fabrics, which we all love a little bit of silk, don't we? I love the colours in it. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. So whilst I bought that, I kept thinking about a jacket or something to wear with it, and I noticed this wool and cashmere from someone I don't really want to talk about. I bought things off him a couple of years ago, and well, he accidentally overcharged me basically, and then wasn't particularly nice when I pointed it out to him and went back for a refund. I won't say names, but I didn't say I'd never buy off them again. But but the fabric spoke to me, and this was just perfect to go with it. It is the Tootsie Veronica jacket, and it was, again, should have been a really simple make, but the arms were too short when I did it, so I've had to add a cuff to it. And I think I've got, you know, when you have your direction or your print, I think I've got this slightly wrong, but luckily it's the same on both sides, so I'm going with it. But it's a really, really simple jacket, and I absolutely love it, like really love it. So it's just, you sort of do the seam on top of the seam. Again, I've got some bits of this that I've filmed, so I'll add this into this one as well. It's just got like the little jacket, little collar. I'm not going to put a fastening on it. It's just going to sit nice and neat. It has darts at the top here. But can you see how much I had to lengthen it? A good, what, 6-7 inches. So don't know whether that was my rookie error or the pattern was short. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't think it looks too bad. And I'm thinking really, because this maybe is the wrong way, I don't know, it highlights it a little bit. So I am not worrying about this any longer. I'm leaving this as it is. And I think I got 1.5 meters of it. And I had enough to do the Pauline Alice waistcoat. You can see I start things and don't finish. Once I get all these things finished, it'll be great. So this is a Pauline Alice waistcoat, and I can't remember the name of that off the top of my head. It fits amazingly, and it is going to go gorgeous with my skirt. It'll look really lovely, but it also looks really nice with this copper, I feel, as well. So I'll get away with wearing this jacket with copper as well. So that is my little sort of capsule from there. But I also made, looking around for it, another t-shirt. I've done one which, oh, here it isn't. This is another thing I didn't work out quite right. But it's just an off the shoulder top. It was, I can't remember the name of this. I'll find this out for you. Kath from she's in Australia, and I can't think of her name either. God, I'm rubbish, aren't I? Why do you even listen to me? Anyway, she's been making this off the shoulder top, and it does look really nice, but it hasn't got a lot of stretch in this fabric. So I need to just have plan B with this one to make it work. But I did make, I'll be back in a second and I find it. And I can't find it. I have made another t-shirt in it. I can't see it either. So I've made another t-shirt like the bronze one, in the bronze colour. So that's worked really well. Then I'll be able to, okay, can I put this on? Oh, I can, it's coming out tomorrow. So I did a little teaser yesterday on my Instagram page for this. And this is, oh God, I love it. Absolutely love it. So this fabric I actually got from Emma from the Cinnamon Studio. She was getting rid of it, 10 quid. And I just loved it. It's pink, it's fluffy, and just loved everything about it. I found this in my stash to line it with, and I've actually got enough fabric left that I think I'm going to do some like plazo pants to go with it. I'm going to look like some off Starlight Express. But look how gorgeous that is. I mean, it's just absolutely amazeballs. I absolutely love it, and it looks gorgeous dressed up, dressed down with jeans. I had it on Saturday night. I've left that top, that dress, because I made that dress as well, which was the Teddy by My Keepers, and that dress is beautiful. It looked really nice with this, and it also has a pattern that you can get for a scarf with a hole that you can put through. Now on the Fibre Mood, sorry, I didn't even tell you this. This is Fibre Mood. So on Fibre Mood, their scarf is done with a little bit, the fabric's a little bit more substantial. Not substantial, it's more thicker. Is that such a word? Where this has got more fluidity to it. But I think it works. And obviously if I wear it up and you can't even see the hole in it. So yeah, I love this. I'm going to wear this so much over Christmas, like so much over Christmas, because it goes with everything that I've got. You'll have already seen the beautiful green dress I made. I'm going to wear that on Christmas Day, which is one of the Vogue patterns, V2128. That's upstairs, but did I take it upstairs? No, I didn't. So this, honestly, the fabric on this is beautiful, and I was so lucky. Amanda from Patterns and Plains reached out to see if I would be an ambassador for her, and we all got a choice. There was some tartan and this. As soon as I seen it, I just love this green, absolutely love it. So I opted obviously for this one. Now I tried with this pattern to make it without the zip in the back. I thought I was being clever and I could get away with just fastening it over the top. It didn't work. So it looked, the photos were actually taken without the zip in it, but I've put the zip back in, put a zip into it now. I haven't tried it on actually with the zip, but I think it's going to sort of stretch over sort of the chest area better and fit better. But honestly, that, I mean, even look at that with that. This could be, it's definitely my Christmas Day outfit, this definitely. I just absolutely love it. And then I'm going to come home and put this on so that I can cook the dinner without worrying about spilling it all over me. But I know that Patters and Plains have got this in, this was called Spruce, and I'm sure there's a burgundy that I'd nearly got and a black. Sarah Britton has got the black, so you need to look out on her Instagram and see what she makes, it because she makes some amazing things as well. She definitely needs more followers. The stuff she does is stunning. So yeah, that's that. Am I going too fast? I feel like I'm not like a whirlwind. I normally am. If you've met me, you'll know this is what I'm like. Then my Jen jumpsuit. Oh God, I love this. I absolutely love this. So I'm so thrilled, as you can already tell, that Charlene has made a jumpsuit called Jen in one of her next patterns that she's releasing. We have been in cahoots for this for, I think once you started doing patterns, I went, you are making a Jen jumpsuit, aren't you? So it wasn't a question really, she was. So yeah, she's doing the Jen. And honestly, this jumpsuit, I know people have like things about jumpsuits, you're naked when you go in the bathroom and all this lot. We tried to make it as friendly as we possibly can for the toilet situation. There is a side zip in this one, but I actually don't need it because I've put the shearing at the front and the back of this one. I've also made another one with pleats at the front. That one you did need the zip in because that's the one that Charlene had to cut me out of, the first one I made. Obviously these are all prototypes to where we're going to get with it, but we're quite there with it now. Charlene this morning has sent me, because we're going to do a halter neck version, you know, with a tie at the front as well. So I'm going to do that in velvet, I think. I kind of see the velvet. Yeah, I'll show you the velvet that I'm going to do that in. Bear with me because it's 2 minutes away. So yeah, this is a velvet that I'm going to do it in. A lot of people have, well, not a lot, someone said to me that it's hard to see the details in some patterns when the patterns as in sewing patterns, not the patterns on the material, you know, when it's made up. So I think with this, the details are going to be amazing. And I've seen a couple of sort of jumpsuits. I can't remember on what, you know what we like. We always look at retail, and I've just thought this is going to be so super gorgeous to wear. So I am going to actually start this before Charlene sent me the pattern for the top. I can get the trousers made up in this, and it also goes with this lace, which is stunning. It's stunning. So I'm going to do a Charlie cover up with that because obviously it's too cold. Not a Charlie, a Presley shirt. The Presley shirt with this one. And I found the most perfect buttons when I was sorting this tip out. And this is why I can't find anything. Well, I can't find things, but I'm opening and looking and things thinking, when did I buy that? How long have I had that? Where's it going? And what can I do with it? So I will show you around my tip of a room now, although it is getting better. It is getting better. So I sorted all of my stash out. I've just dropped stuff there because I took the green from up the top here. So I can see everything. I've tried to do it in colour, but I've also done it in different bases as well. So for example, this is jersey on this section here. Can you see there? And then these are all baby cards. These are all linens. And there's like special fabrics, because you know it's like if you stash fabric on top of each other, when it's too slippery it doesn't stay, does it? So like I say, I've had a good sort out on here. There's loads that's gone, like absolutely tons. Check out Vintage for there. So now when you walk into my room, it used to be, this table used to be in this corner, this full corner below the window. So I couldn't get any access to the window, and I also couldn't get around the table to cut out. So often I used to hop into the hallway, which is in pitch black, which is waste time showing you. So that, I thought, right, the other day I came in and I just thought, I don't want that. So I managed to move this on my own, which Leggy wasn't very impressed with. I got a few bruises on my bum and cheeks trying to push it. But anyway, it's gone fine. But can you see, it just really needs sorting out. I've got to spend some time on that. This is now my cutting table, and it's been great. Obviously from my little show and tell there is full of all the clothes and things I've just been showing you. So I've got my chest of drawers underneath. I ended up getting a bin for the remnants, and all these things were stuff behind that I couldn't see. And yeah, it's better. Believe me, it's better. I have got in Tees Creatives, where obviously I'll be getting rid of everything from there. I've got another 2 of these trellisings and tabletops. But they're just not as substantial as this table. One of my neighbours gave me this, and it has been perfect for the height and everything. I think it was an ex-council thing. So I think, although it looks as ugly as, I think I'm going to keep it and not replace it with the other, because I don't know, it has to work, doesn't it, when you're cutting out. So I've got this to sort out. Is anyone having like thinking, what the hell, she's going to be there forever? So I've got my Dubai. This I got out the other day. This is what I do as well. I think about what I'm going to make and how I'm going to cut out. And this is like a sari. So I knew there was different ways I could play with the placement for this. And I'm going to do those pajama-y things. I'm going to come back to that. I'm not going to go on about this, because this will be a vlog on its own, because that is going to be stunning, absolutely stunning. And I've also got this out, but I think I'm going to put this away for now, because it's quite, I think it'll work in the springtime or late sort of January, February time. I managed to get a poppy top out of the silk that I had as well, so that's in ready to get finished. Again, I told you I have lots of things half done. I have loads and loads of trims that I've got a big box of, that I want all of those sorting out. These are more overlocking threads. I've got in this corner now, I had that, and I've filled that with my overlocking threads. But I think I'll either get rid of things that I don't need, just so I've got a couple of colours of each, because I don't really need all of them. I can't ever see me getting through all those blues, because I never saw in blue. So yeah, I've got that to sort out. My books are to sort out. The tops to sort out. Actually, the top's not too bad. And then this side, what I originally wanted before I went to knitting and stitching, and before Rainbow Fabric had the 40% sale, and what else did I buy loads from? I got some other stuff anyway. So this, I originally want it so that I don't have any fabric on here. I want all the fabric there, which is a big enough stash for anybody to have and to be inspired by. And then I'm going to sort all the patterns out. The patterns are obviously along here. My patterns with losing weight, I'm going to have to get rid of and recut quite a lot out. So maybe it's a good time to do that. So then as I come round, I have got the Primo baby lock machine. I've got me a claim that I will be able to keep hold of. The Primo's most probably going to be going back in January. So I've got a few ideas for that I want to do and show you all. So I've got that, and then I've got my Husqvarna, which is my machine. Now the only problem that I've got here is a bit of a bottleneck with my ironing board, but there is a plug over there in the corner. So I think I'm going to try and get in there and have my iron board set up here for now. One, it'll make me move my backside from the sewing machine to go over to press, so I'm not sat on top of myself all the time. And two, it'll free a little bit of room out here. I've just done my window ledge. I wouldn't have dared showed you this window ledge beforehand. So I've moved. I had that my gorgeous Singer sewing machine was on the other side, so I've swapped them around. Can I tell you that this TV has been on the wall, because this used to be Mitchie's bedroom, hence the curtains and stuff that I never shut. And he's 28 now. And he's been left here since he was 18. So the TV has been on the wall since then, and it's never worked since he left, most probably. So I want that TV off the wall. I don't know whether I do want another TV, although I don't know, it'd be nice to watch everybody on vlogs, but I never do I? So I'm really bad. So anyway, that TV needs to go, and I think that's about it. My computer's at the bottom, not my computer. I bought myself a new computer because the other computer got too full and I couldn't find anything on it. And my printer's at the bottom, which is great. That works really well because I'm a A4 sticker and love doing it that way. And the only other thing I thought here as well is maybe if I swap my sewing machines round. So I was worked here on my sewing machine, and I've got a little bit more room here as well. Or buy a little ironing board, or I don't know. You can tell me what to do with that. But I do think it'll work okay over here. So my idea is by the end of December, I finish work on the 19th, and I just want to get everything sorted by sort of the end of this month. So I've put myself on here. You've seen it all. So hopefully I will get it all done and ready in time for the end of the year. So that was a bit of a whirlwind, and me just popping on here. I'm now looking down at myself thinking I haven't even bothered taking this jacket off, but I just love it. And hopefully you've enjoyed it. So let me know if there's any content you want to see. I know I've gone right the way through everything there so fast. And if you want to see any more, or you want to just delve into little bits that I've done differently. No, that didn't make sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Right, I'm off. So I think it's half an hour of me rambling. If you're still with me to the end, thank you. Thank you so, so much. And I'll see you tomorrow. So I'm sort of wishing I'd made a toil of this. It should have been such a simple skirt to make. But it was like so high on the waist, and it still is quite high on the waist, but I think I can get away with where it was. It just sits really nice, and I'm putting the lining in. I've used, I think this is called Petersham for the waistband, and it couldn't glue in, and obviously with this being quite flimsy, I've made it hard for myself, I think. So I've attached the skirt obviously to the Petersham to the skirt, and then I've just put the lining in now and attached that right to the very top. So ideally I'm going to stitch in the bitch right the way along and trap it in. I like a little bit of a what's it called, a selvage, so I'm keeping that in. And hopefully I'm going to have enough to do the poppy top to go with this. And I've also, this is finished, but the sleeves are too short. Again, should have done a tile, but it won't make too much difference because I'm going to add a cuff to that, so that'll be fine. And then I had enough to cut out a waistcoat, which is in there. So I've got like a few little outfits from this capsule, which I'll most probably take this when we go to York. So we haven't got much room in the camper van. So my idea is I want to start, I know I can fit lots in, but I want to start doing it so that it is more of a capsule than just cramming everything in and hoping for the best. So I've just got to do that now, and that's finished. Stitch the bitch, but I'm going to pin it right the way around, and hopefully that'll work. Oh, and then I'm just going to roll the hem on my claim for both the bottom of the dress, the skirt, sorry, and the lining inside. Looks so lovely though, doesn't it? I'm really pleased with it. So when you're doing stitch in the ditch, or stitch in the bitch as I call it, you can use a normal foot, but this is specifically for this machine, and I think you can get them for all sewing machines. So it has like a little groove in the bottom there. Can you see it? I think you can. Zoom out a little bit, you might be able to. There you go. It's got like a little groove in the bottom, so that technically should stay where you want to sew right the way along, and that should make it a little bit easier. Thing I always do as well at the end of my zip, my zip ends about here, but I'm going to do it a little bit further up because I've got lime green and I don't really want it to be that noticeable. So I do a bar tack. I think it's 24 on this one, yeah. And I just bar tack that across. So, you know, the annoying bit when you've unzipped it and zipped it so many times and you end up, it becomes, I don't know whether, it has happened to me anyway, you know, when it just gets like loose. It won't now, if that made any sense whatsoever. But when I pull it down, it'll stop there. It won't go any further down, and the fabric won't start coming away. I've had a few things that I've made that's happened to it, so I always do that now anyway. So that might have been helpful to you or not, I'm not sure. I should remember how to do the roll 10, but I never do. I always need my little book with me, but look how gorgeous that is. You know, it's like I could have turned it up and sort of like, I don't know, faffed on and made a hem, but it's just so easy, so easy. Honestly, this acclaim, if I didn't have one, I've said it before, I would definitely buy one.